Hola mis muñequitas, and welcome back to Crystal Cavern Dolls. For the first video of 2020, I'll be creating a doll version of my little sister. With an initial coat of Mr. Super Clear, we begin with the face-up. Because my sister is a human, as far as I know, she has a human skin tone, unlike many of the doll bodies I have. But at the time, I did have a Raven Queen I could use, and she creates the perfect face. As always, I'm using Mungyo soft pastels for the blushing of the face, sticking to warm colors, mainly tan, brown, and red. This was actually a Christmas gift for my sister, though I waited until after the holidays were over to work on this video, since she actually watches this channel. Hola hermanita, te amo mucho! After another round of MSC, I began to draw the facial features. With watercolor pencils, I sketch out the outline of the eyes and the shape of the mouth. There isn't much remarkable about the face. Not that I'm saying my sister's unremarkable, but compared to other face-ups where I can play around with color and shape, I have to stick with what my sister actually looks like. So that means pink lips, dark brown eyelashes, and brown eyes. Anyway, for her design, I drew inspiration from my traditional Christmas gift for my little sis. For the last 4 years or so, I've been slowly writing a story for her. It started out as a really weird Cinderella fanfiction that I wrote for her years and years ago, and then I ended up rewriting it later on. By now, the story has been completely expanded with a semi-coherent plot line. It's mostly just a bunch of inside jokes between us and references to our childhood. But we both look forward to it every Christmas and birthday she has. The design for this doll is based on what little description I've written for my sister's in-story counterpart. There really isn't much. It's written that she has a green headband, and actually, that's it. That's all there is. So I was kind of working from scratch with this one. Alright, now it's wig time! This is one of my favorite parts of customizing. My sister has dark brown hair, and I didn't have much difficulty finding yarn to match. I curled the tips of the wefts to give them a little bounce and to match her own hair texture. The hairstyle itself is rather basic, with just a part in the middle. My little sis isn't really one for variety, which makes it easier for me. The yarn I used was super soft, so I kept finding myself petting the wefts while I was waiting for the glue to dry. So nice to touch. Even though she doesn't always wear them, I made her a basic pair of glasses because I think they look cute. Time for some clothing! Following the design concepts I came up with, I made a pretty basic shirt. I wanted to keep the color palette mostly neutral, so I went with a very light beige fabric for it. You know, I have a sewing machine I can use, but I've never actually tried sewing any clothing with it. I guess I just feel like I have more control when I do everything by hand. Maybe my New Year's resolution should be to try it out sometime. So the front of the shirt was looking rather plain, so I used some dark brown thread to create lacing. I quite like how it turned out in the end, since it adds a little something extra to an otherwise basic shirt. I didn't really feel like making shoes for this doll, and so I used a pair I already had on hand. I believe these were Cerise's shoes, but I'm not actually sure. They look cute, but they have some detail that I wanted to bring out with acrylic paint. Besides the white ruffles at the top, I stuck to browns for color, although I did use gold for the buckles. Finally, I made her a skirt. The actual piece itself isn't really anything to write home about, but at the bottom, I painted on a hippo pattern. This was to acknowledge my sister's complete adoration towards hippopotamuses. Hippos have been her favorite animal for basically her entire life, and although she currently has a major obsession with birds, hippos still hold a really special place in her heart. Off camera, I made that green headband that I mentioned earlier, and after I finished up with that, the doll was done. I am very happy with the final results. My sister was also pretty excited about it. Despite evidence everywhere that I was making a doll for her, she didn't manage to figure it out. So it was still a big surprise when she opened her gift on Christmas, along with another chapter of our ongoing story, of course. Thank you all so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share this video. I hope you all have an awesome 2020. Adios!